You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome to Vocal Technologist, your fast track to what really matters in tech right now. We're cutting through the noise today, looking at cloud, AI, developer tools, some big shifts, and maybe some surprising bumps in the road. Our goal is simple: get you the key takeaways fast. So first up, Microsoft. They've launched Azure Accelerate. Sounds like a big consolidation move for their cloud and AI stuff.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think it's Microsoft saying, look, if you're doing anything serious with AI, you basically have to work with us.
How so?
Or they're bundling everything. You get no-cost help from their own experts for deployment. They cover the project end-to-end, plus you get their proven frameworks.
Right, making it easy.
They're really trying to remove any reason to hesitate,
Yeah.
How do you reckon that changes things for big companies deciding on AI strategy?
It makes the entry point much less risky, doesn't it? Takes away a lot of the unknowns. And speaking of making things easier, or maybe just different, Docker's moving towards supporting agentic applications.
Yes, the agentic applications.
It sounds very futuristic. What exactly is an agentic application in, like, plain English, and how's Docker helping?
Okay, so think of them as AI programs that can sort of act on their own. They perceive things, make decisions, take actions, a bit more autonomous.
Gotcha.
And Docker's streamlining it. They've updated Docker Compose so you can define your AI models, your tools, everything in one YAML file. Makes building and shipping them simpler.
Okay, that makes sense. One config file.
Exactly. And they've added Docker Offload lets you run the heavy model stuff on cloud GPUs. They're even offering some free usage to start.
Oh, interesting. Free tier is always good.
Right. Plus, new links with Google Cloud Run and Azure Container App Service mean deploying these things gets, well, pretty seamless.
So these moves by Microsoft and Docker, they feel pretty fundamental, like they're laying new tracks for software development, especially with AI.
Absolutely. It really pushes you to think, okay, what does a developer's day actually look like when the core tools are built, assuming AI agents are part of the mix?
Which brings us to developers themselves. If AI is getting easier to access via these platforms, productivity must be skyrocketing. Yeah. Well, maybe not quite yet. Some fascinating numbers came out in the 2025 Docker State of Application Development Report. First off, Python is now the top language.
Python over JavaScript.
Yep. Used by 64% of developers. Overtake JavaScript. That's huge.
Wow. Okay, that definitely points towards AI's influence, given Python's dominance in machine learning.
Right. But here's the kicker. While only about 22% of all developers are using AI tools, among IT and SaaS professionals, it's way higher. 76% are using them. So adoption is happening, but maybe unevenly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you mentioned a productivity surprise.
Yeah, get this. A study found that experienced open source developers, these are skilled people, they actually took 19% longer to finish tasks using early 2025 AI tools.
Longer, not faster.
Longer, which is not what you'd expect, right? It completely goes against the hype. What do you make of that gap?
That is fascinating. It could be so many things. Maybe the tools just aren't quite there yet. Or maybe developers need different skills to use them effectively.
Or the tasks themselves.
Or the tasks themselves. Maybe the kind of complex problem-solving experience devs do isn't easily sped up by current AI. It's a real paradox.
It really challenges the simple narrative, doesn't it? If you're listening and you're a dev, that's a key signal. It's not just about grabbing the tool.
No, it's about adaptation. How do you change your workflow? What are the actual limitations?
Exactly. It's not quite a magic wand yet. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. While we're talking complexities, let's go deeper. Under the hood, eBPF. It keeps popping up. Why is it considered such a big deal for infrastructure?
eBPF. It's genuinely revolutionary for the Linux kernel. Think of it like safely injecting tiny, superfast programs directly into the kernel itself.
Without needing to change the kernel code or reboot.
Precisely, which means you can innovate much faster on things like networking, security, observability, getting better performance, better policies.
And big players are using it.
Oh, yeah. Companies like Meta, Google, they're all over it. It just shows how critical that foundational low-level tech still is, even with all the AI buzz.
Right. Foundational tech and foundational security. Which brings us to a less positive story, McHire, McDonald's recruitment chatbot.
Oof. Yeah, that was quite something.
A vulnerability there exposed personal data for, over 64 million job applicants?
Huge number.
Oh.
And sensitive stuff, too. Shift preferences, personality test results. things you really don't want out there.
Thankfully, they seem to have fixed it quickly,
Hello.
but still, it's a stark reminder, isn't it?
Absolutely. And what strikes me is the connection, maybe not obvious at first, between something like eBPF aiming to build better, more performant systems and a breach like McHire highlighting the massive stakes when systems aren't secure or robust enough. It's two sides of the same coin. The constant need for solid engineering in this digital world.
So wrapping this up then, what are the key things for you, our listener, to take away from all this? For me, it's seeing just how fast AI is weaving itself into everything, but also seeing those real-world friction points, like the developer productivity puzzle, and never forgetting security.
Yeah, and maybe a final thought to chew on. As these AI tools get smarter and more embedded, how do we strike the right balance? How do we balance that promise of efficiency against the actual, sometimes messy reality of developing software today? And alongside that, how does this underlying tech, the eVPFs of the world, keep shaping everything we build, often completely unseen?
Great questions to ponder. Thanks for tuning in with us today on Vocal Technologist. We'll catch you next time with more insights.
Spoken Tech for your ears.